Hello, everybody. My name's Kevin, and today is Tuesday, the 26th of January 2021. I'm delighted to be here, and I am so grateful that you're here too to listen to the message and get a meditation. I'm thinking of what I can share today with you as a good message. I did pull some cards this morning. And the messages initially were a little confusing. I wasn't getting a yes, I wasn't getting a no, I was definitely getting confused. So I sat back and I got quiet and just regrouped. Um, then went again, and as I'm shuffling through, I'm asking, well, how's the best way to lay these out? Do I just turn the deck over? And the message that came through was, I'm still learning. Um, oh, Megan, thank you. Megan says she loves my hair. Yeah, I this is it. This is the curly squirrely stuff. This is the hair daddy on fire. I usually get up and I'm digressing. I usually get up in the morning and smooth it back straight, put a little product on it, and then by the day it's dried out and I've got the look I want. Yesterday I was. This is what I'm getting to. Yesterday I was delighted to say that wow, I got a lot of personal messages, and that's where I was getting to about learning how all this works, how all this goes. And there's also this egoic part of me that feels like I think there's a new. Oh yes, it's called imposter syndrome, which I never I never understood it until I was digging a bit further. That's the feeling that you are doing something that you don't believe you're qualified to do, or you don't believe you should be doing, which is really the back foot. It's really the back foot. I remember the early days in the mid 80s when Oprah Winfrey bounced onto our TV screens. She'd been a reporter in Baltimore, Maryland, and then obviously Chicago, and she opened up a talk show when it was sort of unheard of for a woman of color, especially a woman of color with curves, to be doing something like that. And at the time, you had, oh, I got goosebumps. Here's the angels. You had Sally Jesse Raphael and Phil Donahue, and a host of other people doing that Yip Yap Land during the daytime TV. For those of you who are old enough to remember all that, anyway. So they didn't have imposter syndrome. I don't even think there was such a thing back then. They just went through it on the seat of their pants, and that's the point I'm making. So after I got quiet this morning and just sat back, I thought, what's the message? And very clearly I got, when is the right time? When is the right time? And then I've always learned, when in doubt about anything, don't. It isn't that you're not supposed to do anything, go anywhere, but just stay put and watch. So yesterday, after I did my morning message and meditation, I sit quietly and reflect, and I put together a thumbnail. That's that little piece of artwork. And I thought, well, okay. And then you go over to YouTube and you tidy up the playlist and where it all goes, and did all that. Lo and behold, I should get a delightful little YouTube video from Esther Hicks. And if any of you follow her work, she is the woman who wrote the Law of Attraction, I think, with her husband Jerry. And they channel quite lovely Abraham, the spirit of Abraham. And I've popped in and out. I've read the book. I've popped in and out of it here and there. Not really, I mean, I can't say I'm a big, huge fan, but anyway. And one of the mantras came up that said, I am led by divine guidance. It just came in as a thing, like she does a focus wheel in the morning. One of the things Esther Hicks, or Abraham through Esther Hicks, says is the first thing you do in the morning when you get up is set your day up. And I'm reading a book now called The 5 a.m. Club that says exactly that. You, before you've got a chance to check emails, messages, all of this, you go right into something that sets your day up and keeps the open communications with spirit, because as you go to sleep, you completely rest. You completely let your brain detox. You let your body detox. You just go completely asleep. Those of us that get into light work and do more of this, where over a period of time, months, years, weeks, however that long that takes, we're working on cleaning it out. We're working on making better choices, and that's a process. It's not something that, yeah, sure, you could say, I'm going to become a vegan, or I'm not going to eat anything that is whatever, fast food. For me, my experience was removing one thing at a time worked. I didn't get deprived. I didn't feel like I was doing something wrong. I didn't feel guilt, shame, or any of those things, just by removing something. And then my system was okay with it. So this affirmation, I'm led by divine guidance, I thought, well, that really was pinging. It was vibrating. So I go check my email, and here's an email from Kyle Gray asking me to do my angel number, like a little quiz. I think Hay House is running it right now, and I think that's how it was embedded in an email. And so I took this quiz. I can't remember the questions, but it's not that long. It maybe took 3 minutes. So I got the number 9, and then you send your email, and they send it to you, and they just let you know what your angel number is. And with all the strengths, weaknesses, challenges, a little bit of a blurb underneath about what that 9 energy is. But the thing that lit me up, that I was just excited about, was the next one, which was what archangel should you be working with? And I've done this before a week or two ago, and I did it twice actually. And the two that came up weren't ones that Amy, what do you want? Hang on. Lovey. Oh, well, there you go. What's all that fussing and clattering around for? You did it. Good girl. Yeah, you did it. See? With 3 legs you can do things. You be careful. Bless her heart. She was like scampering and tapping and carrying on. That usually means I've got to move her. But she did it herself. So I took the quiz again because I felt like, well, either I didn't answer the questions right, or the two didn't feel right. I can't remember who they were. One was Archangel Raphael, which was a great description. Carl Gray comes on and does a little video of what it means and why people work with that archangel. But yesterday, I think it had been a couple of weeks, so I was able to clear the slate, and I came up with Archangel Metatron. So I remember a week or two ago that I had been sitting here doing it, and I want to go back and find it, a message and a meditation, and I could feel this really huge, large, angelic type of being, tall and big, like huge, coming. And I thought the name was Odrodin or some such a thing. I couldn't quite hear what the name was. Well, as soon as Kyle basically said you're meant to work with Metatron, and that image came up, like that's the energy I felt, that huge, tall, ascended energy that was just humongous. Anyway, I read the description, did the little video, and I was just, a whole day I was lit up with this energy and the feeling that, oh, I could be a student of all of this, doing all of this, and not feel that I'm doing something wrong or that I don't know what I'm doing. And I often claim to be, now, when I'm cutting someone's hair or colouring somebody's hair, that's different. I'm switched on, tuned in, and I'm present. Yes, I get something ahead of time to know instinctively where the shape has to be adjusted and where weight has to be taken out, but that's more the art and mastery of that craft of making that happen. That like a painter, might have a different brush stroke or might make a different shading go on. That's all part of learning those skills. Riding with the seat of my pants is being present and open to anything and everything that's coming and perfectly okay with it. So one of the other affirmations, other than I'm being led by divine guidance, was I wrote it down on a post-it note. Oh, the world is not broken and I am lined up perfectly. The world is not broken and I'm lined up perfectly. Because yes, I feel like we are in a bit of a pickle because the news is saying it everywhere. There's disruption everywhere. There is unrest. I don't know what causes people to do that, but they're doing it. And okay, I'm not one of them. Does that make me an apathetic person? No. I'm just not sure that lines up with me. I'd rather have a conversation and understand and learn a bit more than really get into mob mentality and be violent. But that's okay if somebody feels that that's what they have to do. I'm not taking that away from them. And I'm certainly not being passive about it. It's not something that lines up with me. Anyway, I'll get to the message. And that probably got me in trouble. Here is the cards I pulled. And there we go. Oop, let me move up here. So, composure. It's more of an energy rather than an angel, which is what we're getting to when it comes to knowing the right time to do something. If you're on the right pathway, if you're following your gut feeling, the key is to really compose your energy and know that what you're desiring to have happen, what you want to have happen, is actually in motion. It's being organized for your highest good. Composure is just the acceptance of when you know that you're a spirit having a human experience. The idea of being a spirit that can make things happen magically, instantly, without effort, the telepathic type things, the unexplained phenomenon that goes on that we know is there, but we're not sure how. That's what composure is about. It is just having that inner knowledge that step one of manifestation, of realizing dreams, of having goals, of getting what you want out of life. Step one is creating the intention for that. We must all expect and accept that there's going to be times when we're going to want more, because that's what the human experience is all about. Anytime that you get what you want, the word afterwards, well, now what? Each time we grow and we move forward with whatever that is, want a new job, want a new house, want a new car, want a new husband, want a new boyfriend, want a new girlfriend, want a new relationship, I want a puppy, I want to... Somehow we go and we get it. But there's always, now what? What's next? When you accept that part of being a spirit, an energy, if you will, source energy, part of the source that creates things, when you accept that the human experience, part of why we're here and what we're doing, is always looking for, seeking, wanting more, that's always going to happen. It always has happened. Then you get to see, oh, this isn't a bad thing. We're told not to want more. not to want to have greater things. We're told that. We're taught that. You've got enough. Don't be greedy. Well, it's not being greedy. It's just part and the fact of life. Saying you want more than someone else, that's different. That is putting the ego into it, because if they've got more than you feel like you don't have enough, because that's comparison, and comparison's the thief of joy. But if you say, oh, I might want to add this to that now, folks always think about buying a house, whether it's somebody else's that sold it or a brand new one you built. You get in there, I don't like the knobs on the counter, or I don't like the bathrooms, those towels don't quite work. Oh yeah, this needs a mat on them. Always wanting more. Is it wrong? No, because that's acceptable. Acceptable is knowing I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I know that once I get what I want, I'm going to want more. That's part of it. The first step of that is creating the more that you want. Then comes contrasting beliefs and systems and the past and all that tangled stuff that gets in the way of letting us have it. Should I? Do I? Those contrasting thoughts. This is what composure is teaching us. Step back and relax. Be in the creation of what you want your situation, your existence to be. And then we come to this next card, which is the wisdom behind the composure. Material wealth and true prosperity. Know that that is the result that's coming. The other part of it is you've got to be careful with the ego of wanting something that is not for your highest good, if that makes sense. I don't want to read it for you because it works with composure. The Diamond Challenger, a project finally pays off. Like you get material and you've got positive financial shifts may also be on the way. You will indeed see tangible results of your ambition. The Diamond Dreamer also serves to guide you to the appropriate choices so that the unseen is awakened to move mountains on your behalf. Positive communication is now possible in all your relationships. So the Diamond Dreamer is working with the Angel of Composure to say, you've got the creativity going. Know that what you're looking for, what you're wanting to have happen is what you should be expecting. The space between creating it and getting it is expectation. The piece that people miss about creative visualization, manifestation, all of these things is the belief. Believing it. That's the challenge that lives in those contrasts. The idea of believing it. So the energy behind believing it and expecting it has to be greater than not believing it and denying it. So there's always that second piece of the ego. So why does the ego come in? Well, because it's comfortable. We get comfortable. We get comfortable with the couch that's got a tear in it because we've told ourselves we can't afford a new one. So you're not going to get a new one. But what if you said, yep, the couch is torn. I'm going to get a new one and the money's going to come to pay for it. And I'm grateful that I got the ability to be creative and find a way to get a new couch. So be it, so shall it be. Just right there, you affirm that you're going to get this new couch or whatever it is you're looking for. always know that the bigger and the more and the bigger and the more isn't attached to greed, it's attached to growth. Wanting more and getting more isn't attached to greed, it's attached to growth. And you know when you're growing because you get it. You get that. You get what you've asked for. Then you can make an affirmation that goes like this: I love seeing how the universe makes my desires and my dreams come true. Or something like that. When you affirm and say thanks and be with love that you got to watch something you created, something you then expected, is now something that you possess and you have. When you get all of that, those three pieces, and you really are present to it, then you take it just a tiny bit further and say that you're source energy. And it's so damn easy to live an amazing life. But all you have to do is this. But that's the challenge, because people don't believe it. They don't believe it. Other people don't believe it. Other people don't believe that you're doing it. And the ones that see you doing it can't believe you're doing it. Then they want to know how you're doing it. And I'm learning this as I go along, and now I'm seeing areas of my life in the past that's actually happened, and I'm thinking, okay, then I need to stop believing that it won't be possible and start believing that it is. I've got to stop living in the back foot land of not having, and start believing, yes, I can do it. I'm guilty of my own getting in my own way sometimes and tumbling over my own shoelaces. So I hope that made sense, and we're going to move on with the message for today and then the meditation. There we go. Trying to say, I found some meditations yesterday that I loved. I'm trying to think of who they were. I think his name was Glenn Harrison and the wife's name was Jill Harrison, and they have, I think it's angelmeditations.com, something like that. You look up Jill or Glenn Harrison, they're a British couple. And well, I've got this book in my hand. I wonder what that's all about. I automatically picked it up. Yeah, if you feel like you want to get quiet, you want to get peaceful, you want to pull some angel energy in, they'd be good to do that with. Right, flip. Oh! Well, I found an angel just now and it went bye-bye. Maybe I was... There it is. Look at that. See how this all happens, that, you know, they're here listening. I mean, I don't know if I need any more confirmation than that. Angel's joy is what it says. Heavenly angels are here, there, and everywhere. Every day, every night, they guide and give light. They share the beauty of the birds, the butterflies, the flowers, the joys of animals around you. It's what the angels do. It's what your eye catches. It's what you see. Let go and let God. Let his angels make you worry-free. Oh, it's so powerful. I love me some Maudie Fowler and Gail Hunt. They're a couple of wonderful women that just ride along. It looks like they're riding along with the seat of their pants, but they're connected. It doesn't matter. And you can tell they're just good with whatever's going on. All right. Now today's date, 26th of January. This is, yeah, see, when it all lines up, it all lines up. There we go. See life through the eyes of your soul. Once, many, many years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night, only I wasn't in my bed sleeping. I was on the ceiling looking down at my body lying on the bed. I studied myself, a little surprised at how unusual I looked from the outside. The next thing I knew, I was back in bed. My soul reconnected with my body. That experience was the beginning of my journey that led me to understand I was more than a body. I had a soul. I was about to embark on a path that would consciously connect me to that soul. Experiences on the path to freeing my soul. Throughout my life, I've had many conscious desires and expectations about my life. I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted my life to be arranged just so. What I've understood over time is that the journey I'm taking is not one based on arranging my life in a particular way and keeping it just so. The journey I've been on and what I've been seeking has been the journey of my soul. Much in life can cause us distress and discomfort. When we look with our conscious mind, much in life can cause us distress and discomfort when we look with our conscious mind. But if we look beyond what we can see on the surface, we begin to see the eyes of the soul. The lessons run deep. Often they take time to learn. We learn about power. We learn about love, courage, faith, saying goodbye, embracing deep love for ourselves. And her affirmation is: learn to see life with the eyes of your soul. Experience all the emotions that are there. Discover your truths. Seek conscious peace as much as you can, and seek peace in your soul as well. Let your soul lead you through meadows and take you down deep into the valleys. For all your experiences are just that, experiences, on this mysterious journey of the soul. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't see how that or this didn't line up with what we were wanting to talk about. So, my friends, it's time to meditate, and I'm just going to ask Archangel Metatron, whoever's here, to come and open and guide through it. So I want you to get comfortable. Take a deep breath in, pull the air from the energy of the room into your body. Release and let out anything that is in the way. Second cleansing breath in. Release it out. And the third breath in to clear space. A bit more. Hold it at the top. And gently release. Continue with your breath. Bring your consciousness and your thoughts to a sense of gratitude and grace for this opportunity know that this meditation is guiding you forward allowing you to open to all that is possible. Continue breathing, and as you breathe, begin to feel your legs relax, and your joints relax. Release and let go of your hips, your pelvis. Feel relaxation in your belly and your organs. Move up to your spine, your mid-back. Deepening your breath and completely relaxing. Move into the areas of your shoulders. Relax the muscles and the bones. Feel the softness of your arms relaxing, your forearms relaxing. Focus on letting your hands and your fingers release and let go and relax. Soften and release the tension in your jaw and your teeth. Relax your facial muscles, your ears, relax your eyes and your forehead. Allow the gentle movement of your breath going in and out of your body. Supporting everything there is about you. With your eyes closed, your body completely relaxed. Picture yourself and imagine that you are in a field in the early part of spring. See the blades of the grass, the color of the grass. Look down at your body and feel the softness of the sun against your skin. Take in all the early spring flowers. And smell the spring in the air. Up ahead of you, Picture a pathway. At the end of a pathway, see a gate. Beyond the gate, you see a hill rising up. Imagine yourself walking along the path to the gate. Take in all the trees, the shrubs, bushes. Come to the gate and walk through it. Begin making your way towards the bottom of the hill. At the bottom of the hill, right before you start to climb, there is a crystal ball big enough for you to climb inside. Climb inside your crystal ball. Take your seat. Allow yourself to look outwards. And feel the crystal ball lifting and supporting you. Taking you higher and higher and higher. Coming to rest at the very top of the hill. Gently open the door and step out onto the top of the hill. All around you are your spirit guides and your angels. See them or feel them. Allow yourself to be seated on a crystal rug. You're surrounded by all your guides and your angels that come to remind you that your gifts of your desires, they're working towards bringing you bring into focus the first thing you'd like to have. Pass your desires to one of your spirit guides and angels. Continue to your second desire. See it. Present it to another guide or an angel. Honor them for taking on your desire. And continue with one more. Bring into focus your desire, what you wish to have happen. Present it fully and completely to your guide or angel. Take a look around, see your desires, see each one of your spirit guides and angels happily, confidently, knowing exactly how to bring you what you want. Rise up from your crystal rug. With each spirit guide in turn that has one of your desires, give thanks to them. Make your way back to your traveling crystal ball and climb inside. You've empowered your spirit guides and angels to set about bringing exactly what you want, exactly what you desire. Gently and slowly, traveling crystal ball lowers you to the bottom of the hill. Gently make your way back to the pathway. Through the gate. And come back to the space that you started. Briefly take a look around and know that you have created step one of creating your intention. Your hands to prayer at heart center. Remind yourself of your current environment. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we honor each other as we bow and say namaste. Every creative visualization, which is pretty much what we did, is just that. Creating a visualization and being clear with all the details that you need. And sometimes if you struggle with being able to see guides or angels, that's okay, because that's part of learning how to visualize. You know, when you first sat down to a math class, learning simple solutions, problem solving, you didn't always have the answers right there in front of you. Remember, it's the culture that teaches us that we're not good enough, or that we've got it wrong, or we did it wrong, or we didn't get the right grade number, we didn't do this. That's a culture, that's a system. That's not who you are or who you were led to believe. Yes, we're here to learn. Part of that learning is understanding the contrast between what works and what doesn't work, what isn't working. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It cannot possibly be wrong if you learned from it, if you got something from it, if you moved forward with it. Some things you can expect that will just be plain sailing. In fact, lots of things we can expect that's plain sailing, easy, didn't take much effort. And others, a little bit more challenging. And this is where today's message comes in. We are living in very challenging times. A large part of the culture wants you to believe in lack, debauchery, death, destruction. Yes, these are challenging times. It doesn't have to be an energy that you pulls you over, knocks you over, sends you down, has you getting in a state about. Exercise some composure. Start your day with an open heart and open mind. Do your best. Know that everything's going to work out for your highest good. So be it, so shall it be. All right, my friends. Enjoy your Tuesday. See you tomorrow morning.